Hi J2s. Let's have a look at something called volume and capacity. This is the second to last page of your measurement booklet. So volume is how we measure liquid in a container, and the capacity is how full that is. When we find out how much a container can hold, we are measuring capacity. Number 1, how would you describe how full these containers are? There are some ideas on the help strip below. So that's down the bottom here. So we've got full, a bit, empty, 3/4, half, nearly, between, and quarter. Now we haven't done fractions yet. We are going to do those in term 4. So some of you will have heard about those before. Half, quarter, and 3/4. Especially if you have done baking. You might have had to use half a cup of flour or quarter of a teaspoon of salt or 3/4 of a cup of water. Let's have a look at what those fractions might mean. I've drawn up a really simple graph. Here are the words 1/4, and when it's written as a number it looks like this, 1/4. Here's the word half. This is written as 1/2. And up the top we've got 3/4. If I colour in the first container, I want you to pretend that I'm pouring in some water to the top. If I fill it up to that line there, and I colour it in all nicely, pretend I have, that is filled up 1/4 of the way. How many quarters are left? That's right, 3/4 are left. So 1/4 only goes up that far. I'm going to colour in another section which is exactly the same size. So here's 1/4 and here's another quarter. Again, pretend that's really well coloured in. I have now gone past that first line up to the second line. I have coloured in 2 sections, but 2 sections are not coloured. So that means that out of the whole container, I have coloured up to halfway. Half the container is full of water, half the container is empty. If I do one more quarter, here's 1/4, 2/4, and I do one more, that is when I get to 3/4. It is now 3/4 full of water. Here's 1/4 full, 2/4 full, and look, that's exactly the same as half full. And now I've got 3/4 full. It's almost to the top. If I filled a bottle completely up to that top line, I would have done 4/4, which is the same as the whole thing. One whole. Let's go back and have a look at that sheet and think about what words fit where. Oh, there's nothing in that one. Have a look down on your help strip. Which one's going to best describe that one with nothing? That's right, it's empty. Oh, here's B. It's the opposite. It is completely full. That's right. Here are the measurement ones that I just showed you on my graph before. Have a look at C, D, and E. One of them is quarter, one of them is half, and one of them is 3/4. Because this one is narrower at the bottom and wider at the top, and they have drawn a wee circle here to show you the top of the liquid, it actually looks like this one comes up quite far. But I'll let you in on a wee secret. That one is actually only half full. And F, there's just a tiny, tiny bit. So it is nearly what? Nearly empty. Number 2, what sort of container do you think could be filled with 5 cups of water? If you've ever seen Mum or Dad have a cup of coffee or tea, if they had 5 of them, what kind of container do you think it would fill? Do your best to draw it and we'll have a look another time. Good job, J2s. Well done.